Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
Wake up, wake up, it's time to rise and sing the praise of Jesus. Hallelujah, hallelujah. It's time to rise, to sing, to shout, to bring him all your heart. He'll do the bigger part, if you will only make a start.
Most of the time, people live and die with their principles, and this is very dangerous because principles will only be sensible and advantageous if it is right. If the day will come that logic and practicality will obviously render your principles as wrong, are you willing to move back and jump ship to what is right? Or will you stay with the wrong principles and show everybody else that you have one principle and you are fighting for it even if it is wrong? Well, it's time to open our day with a 7 Minutes with God inspirational devotional. This is your online inspirational evangelist, Brother Noy Gonzaga, always ready to facilitate God's spiritual thoughts for this moment. Well, let us first give light to the path that we will be journeying this moment by reading John 16:33, and it says, "In this world you will have trouble, but take heart. I, Jesus, have overcome the world." Yes, dear friends, overcoming greatness of self by humbling our approaches when we are surely not in the right path is hard, but it is the right thing to do. There will never be another right, for what is right is solitarily right. I was driving my motorcycle and the red light appeared at an intersection which lawfully resulted to a stop not only by me but by all vehicles in my direction. However, in my urge to have the upper hand when the green light will appear, I moved to the rightmost side of the three-way road and stopped at the area aiming to have a heads up when the go signal appears. Now to drivers, we all know that it is a no-no to clog the extreme right lane of a multiple lane highway, for it is reserved for those who will turn right anytime, for that is their right in terms of navigation in the streets. However, I ignored such a simple road principle. Just then, a horn from a sedan vehicle startled me and caused me to really be irritated as I was too much scared. As it was too much in terms of sending the message from one driver to another. I felt like that. It was repeated twice and I got irritated again. So I pulled over and the driver of the sedan vehicle courteously explained why he gave me a warning horn. I was still irritated, but the explanation which I understood clearly registered in my mind that I was the wrong party in that incident. Esteem is whispering to me to shout back to attain social control of the situation and to appear just masculine at least. But the mind took over the situation and I found myself telling the driver of that sedan vehicle, I'm sorry, sir. I realize I am on the wrong side of the road while waiting for my turn to cross the intersection. I should have fled the rightmost lane for right turners." The sedan vehicle driver then said, "Sir, we all make mistakes like that. Mistakes that seem to be correct already in the streets as most people would have done what you did just to take the upper hand. I am so happy you realize the correct side of the coin. Have a great and safe driving, sir." In that experience, most of the drivers who will be spotted because of that errors will most likely end up hesitant of accepting their mistakes but would rather find alibis and other detours to also pin down the concerned correct citizen or the concerned correct driver in that situation. Thus, there will be waning of the process and the truth will surely be covered up. Then, misinterpretation happens and worst case scenarios can take place if there will be no cooler heads to freshen up the situation. Dear friends, do we have that attitude sometimes that due to esteem and pride, even if we know what we are believing is already wrong and proven to be very wrong, but that is what we stand for, we cannot really jump ship to what is right because we would rather live and die with our principles, whether right or wrong. If you are in this kind of mindset, then it's time to soften your hearts as truth will surely set us free. Remember, when you are arguing or jockeying for things which are unsure, and time will come that science, faith, and logic will prove that you are wrong, the best and godly way to do is accept that you are wrong and jump ship to what is right, for by doing so, you are executing and demonstrating humility and truthfulness, both of which are traits and reflections of the true Lord Jesus Christ. Principles without truth is nothing. Brave stand without factual reasons is nothing. Strong position without correct foundation is nothing. Therefore, principles should always be anchored on what is right. Even if you are standing in a great principle, if logic, science, and faith will prove that principle wrong, the stronger person are the ones that has integrity and dignity, and that person will be the one who will not be afraid to let go of his or her wrong stand and jump ship to the correct and godly stand. Faith is not about who is more strong, rather it is about who is more correct. It is not about who can shout and have a domineering presence. Rather, it is about the smaller voices that carries the heavier truths that can move mountains in terms of its veracity and founded ability. So today, when you are fighting for a principle which appeared to be proven wrong, don't feel weak or incompetent when you know that the right thing to do is to accept that your stand is wrong and jump ship to the right. That may be, to the worldly minds, a coward disposition. But to the eyes of the Almighty and true God, it is a move by faith which will draw us nearer to that heavenly home. Draw me nearer, nearer, blessed Lord, to the cross where thou hast died. Draw me nearer, nearer to your blessed side. At this moment, let me share with you an interfaith choir, meaning a joining of different religions in singing one of the most famous gospel hymns of all times, Draw Me Nearer. Truly, dear friends, the more we are near to God, the lesser will be our tendencies of standing on our wrong principles. The more we are nearer to God, the more that we are always ready to jump ship on the right things in life. When we will know already the truths, facts, and founded reasons for things that have happened and will happen in our lives, there is no hesitation of going for a jump ship. This is the 7 Minutes with God today. Have a heart that will always tell the Lord, draw me nearer, nearer, blessed Lord.
Wake up, wake up. It's time to rise and sing the praise of Jesus. Hallelujah, hallelujah. It's time to rise, to sing, to shout, to bring.
Wake up! Wake up!